had something to them that we didn't see in qualifying, with players that have played significantly more time than they have.
Was Pulisic on this squad?
He was not.
He was not. Okay, I haven't paid attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, these were all youngsters playing in Bundesliga, a few of them in the EPL.
Okay.
I think the defense looks great. I think Carter Vickers and Miazga are going to be the center backs for this team for quite a while. I also like the 5-man back. That formation that they used was, you don't see that very often in the U.S. And I think it worked really well. Obviously they were preparing for France. Sit back, park the bus, take some counters, and people don't like that style of play. A lot of people don't. Italians generally do. It's one of those things where they performed the way they should have performed against a team of France's caliber. And I thought it was a very good result. And I think it says a lot about their future if whoever gets named coach actually does what he should do and use these players, kind of move on from the guys we've had in the past, and start building for the future. Because all these guys are going to be, easily 3 World Cups, almost all of them, which is big. It's huge.
Yeah, a lot of veterans will not see it again.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little bit cliche, but I think as you watch the game from start to finish, you could see their confidence just build throughout the entire game. I mean, they started out slow, like you might expect, but you could see it. You really could. They kept getting better and better, and even their chances going forward seemed to improve. I mean, it was a constant struggle, to be fair, but you could see their confidence growing.
Yeah.
So looking ahead to the Gold Cup, what type of squad should they bring? Keep it young?
I think
should be done, or I'm not saying I'm talking about older veterans. Of course, Pulisic's going to lead the team,
right?
I mean, but
they're going to be 4 years older. They'll be 4 years older next time, Johnny.
Not. Well, I said Gold Cup there, buddy.
Sorry, not World Cup.
Sorry,
so we
switched it.
A year from now.
Yeah. So the game that opens up at Allianz Field next year.
I think you stick with the young guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I say you go as young as possible.
Yeah. I think
I do agree.
Yeah, with maybe a couple exceptions. I think Michael Bradley and Pulisic will be there.
John's going to go home now.
Yeah, I just think those two will be there.
I think that they need to have a healthy balance. I think, some people were upset that Bobby Wood was in this lineup because he's never really had that many caps, but he's still on the older edge of.
Well, he was the senior man yesterday.
Yes,
I mean, I think he had the 50-some caps that kind of brought the overall average up.
Exactly. And so I think you got to have that balance. As much as I do not like Michael Bradley, I agree he needs to be slowly phased out. I think you've got people like Jeff Cameron who need to be slowly phased out. Maybe even Dempsey.
Well, Dempsey, that's a good point. That was, and they brought up the same question yesterday on the broadcast.
Does he have his retirement game before the Gold Cup?
Well, yeah. The question they brought up was: is he going to be stuck on 57 goals, tied with Donovan? I think it's 57 goals. Is he going to be stuck there? Or is he going to get more opportunities to try and break that record?
I say not much.
The nice thing is I think the weak spot for the U.S. is the forward position. And by weak, I mean, if you look overall at what we have as a team, I think that's the one position. Obviously, you have players like Pulisic who can come out of the midfield in a very attacking role and do that. But I have a feeling we're going to see the veterans like Wood and Dempsey maybe even next year at the Gold Cup, because that position is kind of in flux with us. So I think he'll get the shot for sure in a friendly, but I think he'll get a shot competitively.
Does he start?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so I think like what we saw yesterday is important, bringing the young guys in. But I think if the U.S. is smart, and I'm sure they are, they're gonna put a lot of importance, I think, on the Gold Cup next year. I think it's very important.
I hope so.
And then after that, as they get into the World Cup run up for the next 3 years after that, 4 years after
Qualifying
that.
starts in a year already.
Well, after a year after,
Yeah.
yes.
Qualifying starts right after the Gold Cup.
Yes.
They might shift gears again after the Gold Cup, but I think they're going to put a relatively experienced lineup in that tournament.
Time will tell, I guess.
But the Gold Cup is the chance to kind of show off for the American soccer guys. I mean, they want a good showing, but they want to show the fans that they actually have some young guys coming up who are going to do something in 4 years at the next World Cup. So the showing at the Gold Cup is going to be very, very crucial to what happens in the World Cup in 4 years.
Yeah, that's a good point. And
it'll be a momentum builder, hopefully.
One thing I like about the Gold Cup is the fact that you have the pool play. You have several games in the pool play. And then the team has the opportunity to bring up, I'm not sure on the exact numbers, but it's at least 2 or 3 guys that they can bring up. You can change your team in the knockout stage. So
that's one thing I don't like about it.
They might stay young early, but then when they get into the knockout stage, then they're going to put their best lineup out there to win those games.
But I don't like that about that tournament.
Why don't you like
You should stick with who you play. If they got you that far, stick with it. That's just me. Oh, thanks, guys. You got us this far. You're going to go back home, and we're going to let Dempsey finish it off.
But I think the best thing for them to do, Johnny, would be they get through the first kind of the group stage there, and if there's guys on the bench who aren't playing very well, you bring guys in who could potentially come into your lineup after, at the last part of the game to score a goal or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you're sending home guys who will help you get through the group stage. I think you're sending home guys who are kind of been on your bench who aren't playing very much. Just kind of change it up a little bit.
Just to have them different.
I think that's what I would do if I was the coach.
Yeah, I don't know. We got a little fired up there about the Gold Cup, but I think there's good reason to, because the first game, I believe, it's not necessarily the first game, but I believe the first matches for the U.S. are going to be at Allianz Field, and that's exciting.
Which, boy, I drive by that thing.
Game,
I drive by that thing twice a day, guys, and they're putting the wrap on it now. They're enclosing it.
Right.
Can't wait to see the lights.
Yeah,
those lights are fantastic.
They've done a test already.
I heard speaker tests.
They did a light test too.
I didn't see the lights.
I saw a picture. Somebody posted one on Twitter. They just did a wrap.
Okay.
I don't know how the lights are set up, but they were just horizontal lines.
Right. Yeah, because the wrap isn't even half over it yet. It's just on the back side by 94, and it's a very small amount. It's taken them a lot of time to put that wrap on.
Yeah.
But it's a mini Allianz in Munich. It does look really cool.
It's supposed to be, the stadium's supposed to be observationally complete by end of September.
Okay. So grass is
what I was told. So.
And your sources are pretty good.
Usually.
Yes.
That's what I heard when I picked my tickets.
Okay.
So
nice. It's going to look nice.
Yeah, Dave's source is Deep Throat.
What's that?
Did you know that? Dave Sterling's source is Deep Throat. Did you know that?
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat. What? I didn't want to repeat that out loud.
Oh, Jesus, you guys. Sorry, went way over your head. I'm sorry. That's the old Nixon Deep Throat. Sorry.
Oh, he went political on us.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying it for the audience.
I should have known what you were
Sterling would get that at least. I mean, shit. Jesus Christ. Guys, I have to do a little sidebar here. The family that I'm with, I'm with my wife, my 2 kids.
I was going to say, what family are you with?
Kind of like, remember Clark Griswold in, Vacation, where he says, I'm with the family, but it's not really mine. That's what I do. But I'm not doing that. But I got sister-in-law and her kid, and her sister-in-law's friend and her kid. So it's 7 females and myself.
Okay.
They have found me at the bowling alley. And now I'm getting dirty looks from all of them.
Uh-oh.
Well, they're going to have to wait because we're about to jump into a pretty important topic.
We are.
What are we jumping into here?
World Cup is about to jump on.
We're going to do a final rundown because
of each group, and we're going to pick teams.
If you want to run over and tell them what you're doing, I'm
you
sure
gotta
they'd
go,
be fine
Tony.
with that.
Well, I'm okay for now. They just give me one dirty look. I think I'm okay for a little bit. But there's another one right there. That's Jesus.
Tom will put them in their place.
Here's the thing. I've been with him we got here yesterday. I've been with him the whole time. The only time I take time out to do anything is right now. And now I'm getting dirty looks. Like, come on, guys.
Now, Tony, do you have your own hotel room?
No, we're all in the same hotel room. It's a suite.
Oh.
So there's like 3 rooms in the suite.
How are you dealing with the estrogen?
With the what?
With the estrogen. How do you deal with it?
A lot of alcohol?
It's a lot of drinking. Yeah. I was if you guys had talked to me last night, I was very, very drunk last night. Holy jeez. We got here like 1 o'clock and went out to the outdoor pool right away, and they have a bar up at the pool, outside the pool, and the deal is you get a big Kalahari glass for $13, and you get it filled with beer, and then every time you get a refill, it's $6.
Sounds like a heck of a
I
deal.
got that.
It's pretty
for
good.
out there.
I got that, and they were all swimming, and I was like, I'm not going swimming. I'm just gonna, drink beer, and I had about 5 beers there, and then we came indoors to the arcade, and I drank more. And by the end of the night, I was
okay. The real question is how much did you drop in the arcade?
Yeah.
I dropped a lot in the arcade. It's like Dave & Buster's here. I mean, it is.
Well,
It's all ticket stuff, And I'm addicted to Dave & Buster's, right?
Yes.
Well, not really, since they screwed me on 20,000 tickets. But the deal is, they have all those arcade games here, just like Dave & Buster's. Of course, I'm there playing all those games. And then they have, like, virtual reality stuff, and we have little wristbands for that. And also, it's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. It's like I said, I put this post on Facebook last year when we came here. It's like Las Vegas for kids. I swear to God.
And it sounds like you're a big kid, Tony.
I'm a huge kid, man. You know that.
I know you are, buddy.
Yeah, it sounds like a blast. Yeah. I heard there's water slides there. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is the water slide capital of the world.
Wow.
Oh, the world. The world's a pretty big place.
Well,
I
Wisconsin
know, but
does
that's
things
what they
big.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was watching the Twins game on, I think it was Thursday or Friday night, and they actually had an advertisement for specifically the Kalahari out there.
Yeah, they advertise a lot out here. If there's one place, if you go on to TripAdvisor, which I don't know if you guys know about that website, but they kind of give you breakdowns of everything that happens, and ratings and stuff. Kalahari is the highest rated resort in Wisconsin Dells. The other ones aren't rated very well. I think they're kind of crap.
Well, here's the thing.
Everything, bowling alley.
Personally, I've gone to Wilderness once, and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So.
Wilderness is a good one too. I mean, they're both neck and neck.
Okay.
So I can say
today for the Magic Quest.
Okay.
Having grown up in Wisconsin, spent my first 25 years in Wisconsin, I have never, at any time, been in Wisconsin Dells.
Which it doesn't shock me.
I mean, outside of a gas station, I've never been in Wisconsin Dells.
Are you crazy?
I honestly, Tony, I don't think it's that surprising. I mean, for them, it's in their own back door. I mean, the Wisconsin Dell attracts Minneapolis and Chicago, and that's a good number.
Yeah.
When I was there last year, when I went to Mount Olympus and we camped at Jellystone, everybody in that campsite was actually 80% from Illinois, and the rest from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me because there's a lot more stuff than a tourist trap for the Wisconsin people to go to in their own backyard.
Well, I guess you're right, yeah. They all go to Minnesota. They go to Mall of America.
I mean, they got Hayward, the fish museum. Why would they go there?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who doesn't want to go to a big muskie?
So, all right. Well, we don't want to get you in trouble, so you're going to stay or you're going to sit there for this last segment?
Or what are we doing next week? Are we talking about World Cup?
We're going to pick our teams that we think are going to advance into groups, and then who we think is going to win it. If you want to just pick your winner, that'd be good.
Well, for me, it's down to
Italy and
it's down to Italy's 1.6% chance, of course. No, I'm going to go with. For me. It's down to like Brazil or Mexico. One of those two.
So
and I know Dave. Steven's gonna say
Mexico.
but
Okay, I'll keep my.
So
my-
never mind how the brackets shape up, and I know you don't have that in front of you. So what would be your final game if you picked any two teams in a final?
in a final,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's